I'm a fan of Pokemon Stadium. What's going on here? Why is there no Toon Link here? Are you gonna tell me that King Jojo has been playing with me and wasn't even using his main this whole time? Or maybe he knows that I play DDD and didn't want to deal with that matchup. I think... Or he could be that he knows that he plays DK and doesn't want to deal with that matchup. But I couldn't imagine DK losing. Oh no, no, not like this. Okay, he's fine. It's a little interesting how Pac-man decided to stay on stage and get the fruit charge instead of going off stage to edgeguard the DK, since there was a lot of going off stage and edgeguarding versus me. But clearly, since they've already fought together in winners finals, he's kind of figured out what's going on. It could be that he lost those interactions during winners finals and he's trying to mix it up for loser bracket. He tried to cheese him with the back throw which would have stage spiked if he didn't tech that properly. Although actually it would not have stage spiked, it would have just bounced him off the wall and he would have been fine even if he didn't tech. But he still did the tech anyway, so no need to worry about it. It was my first time seeing Baezzz play. Never fought against him. Looks like he's got a DK. DK is another heavy. Heavies are really good in this game. I should know, I play King DDD. Living, we're going to be in the 200% club. Something that everyone should do is figure out what angles the fire hydrant goes out when you hit it. I think up tilt would have been the one to knock it so that you would recover Pac-man getting back to stage. And that's what I like to see, some edge guarding. We didn't see very much of that from my opponents in this tournament, which is probably why I got as far as I did. That's okay, this is more of a learning experience. There's no money on the line. He tried to stage spike him. Head bonk, but he's okay because he didn't drop down too far. DK's going to want to close this distance here. Probably should have just gave up when he saw that he wasn't going to be able to punish that grab. And that was caused by DK hitting the power pellet before the side B could finish. So instead of actually activating as a movement option, he just kind of clanked and then he didn't go anywhere. Ramen is good. I'd love to play a couple of matches against you. Yeah, before the tournament reset, we actually would have been facing off in round 1. I was looking forward to it. I think I already removed you from my friends list though, because that's mostly for viewers. But yeah, I'll probably see you in one of BK's streams though. Nice, he chased him down. That's more of what I was expecting, as opposed to the, is he gonna get the shield broken? Alright, he knew when to bail. We don't have the ding dong at high percents, but you can still do up throw to, or cargo up throw into up air and forward air at low percents to build up percent. If your opponent's charging a forward smash, as DK, I would probably go in for the Concopter or whatever, or the Cyclone or whatever, the up B, because you have super armor, so you would just hit right through it and do the damage. Either that or go for headbutt the side B, because you also get super armor even in the air in this game. So even if they release it early, then you still hit them and just power through it. Although it could be heavy armor instead of super armor, so I don't know. I'd imagine that Baezzz knows his character better than I know it. Although I have played against a wolf who is a frequenter of my stream. And we got King Jojo taking game 1 of Grand Finals Set 1. He's got a long road ahead of him. In case you guys don't know how Grand Finals works, King Jojo lost in the winner's bracket already. So he had to go through loser's bracket. He beat me. He's the winner of loser's bracket. He has to win an entire set against Baezzz in order to send Baezzz to loser's bracket. And then they do a whole set over again. So he has to win 6 games without losing any 3 in a set if he wants to win this. Hey there, Pedro. I actually lost to your ex-student. Oh man, your ex-student totally beat me, which makes sense because you beat me. I was actually saying earlier in the stream, like, oh yeah, I'm fighting a Toon Link. You know, all my practice I have against Pedro should pay off, but it turns out you taught him all your tricks, so of course I lost. So we got the Incineroar counterpick here. Not sure what he's going for, but he does have Revenge, which will function similarly to how his Donkey Kong up B and side B heavy armor will work. And we've already saw some use of his up B in order to escape from his combos. From the start, it is not looking like this counter pick is working out for him, but no one's taken the first stock yet, so we have to see how this is going to work. This has been the second time in a row that Pac-Man has gone for the get-up attack. If Incineroar chooses to, he could go for... Oh man, he could have chosen to go for a down smash, which actually puts your hurt box over the get-up attack and then punishes with, you know, a down smash. Very similar to King K. Rool's. We do see that Baezzz did manage to get the first stock, so he's kind of like he's pretty heavy. Incineroar is not quite like DK and King K. Rool and DDD. That apple would have killed him as that back air. But he did pull it off. Alright, so Pac-Man did get the head bonk, which Baezzz capitalized on by doing the down tilt. Probably could have done for a little something stronger than... I don't know exactly what move that is. I actually haven't played Incineroar yet. But I probably would have gone for something like up air, maybe forward air to get him further off stage. We got the grab tech. That might kill. Yep, and it killed. Let's see, so Jojo's in the corner now. Let's see if the Incineroar pulls out the young Link, or I mean the Toon Link. Probably not. I'd imagine that Revenge does particularly well against projectile characters, because it's just free damage, or free, well, yeah, it's a free damage multiplier. The reason why that Bell did not freeze Incineroar in the air was because he was already frozen on the ground. You actually can't get frozen until you reach the ground. So, for example, if a Zero Suit Simus hits you with a taser and then hits you in the air, then if she tases you again, then you're not able to become frozen a second time until you've touched the ground. Ooh, that was close. And there's the signature Jojo. Hit the shield with a projectile, expect them to jump out of it. But it looks like Baezzz is having a pretty commanding lead here. I need to remember to press more buttons during the stream so that my screen doesn't go dark. Tried to pull a Smash 4 combo on a Incineroar, but this is ultimate now. All these rolls should have Baezz's defensive options kind of limited, but he got him. He got the right timing, clutched it out. We are now 1-1. Since this is the grand finals, we are in a best of 5 match. First player to get 3 wins wins this set. Because Baezzz is in winner's side of grand finals, he only has to win 1 set. If King Jojo wants to win this tournament, he's got to beat him in 2 consecutive sets. 2 consecutive best of 5. Hopefully we get to game 10 last stock, because that is the best way for a tournament to end. They might end up running it back. I'm actually going to close Discord. I don't need it anymore. And it's just slowing down my computer. Alright. Still seeing the Pac-man here. I'm going to continue to try to not be salty that he didn't feel like bringing the Pac-man out for me. So it looks like King Jojo has decided that for this match, he's going to play a bit more keep away. That strategy worked out pretty well in my matches against him. So Incineroar has to approach. You stuff the approaches with back airs, cross-ups, and nairs. Oh, you should have Z-dropped that. It would have hit him. He's getting a little too fancy with the item play, but that's okay because he's still in the lead. Apple won't kill. Ooh, that's fancy. I was about to say Apple will not kill, but projectiles actually don't get staled. For those of you that don't know, the more you use a particular move, the less damage and knockback it does. In a mechanic that is called move staling in Smash. So if he keeps on doing that back throw without doing any other moves, then it'll get worse and worse. And so even when it would normally kill, it just won't. That melon definitely would kill. Yep. Uh-oh, we got a little lag spike here. What's going on here? It's just me at home, so shouldn't be too much going on. Hopefully it's one of the competitors. So Baezzz here is going to have to really get his head in the game. He's almost getting lapped in percent. And if he gets hit by another projectile, it probably will be the end of him. You gotta go down there and hit the... Oh, he doesn't know. For Pac-man, if you air dodge through his up B, then you can take the last hit of his up B, and then he'll fall to his death slowly. To be fair, Baezzz did get all of his kills in the last game through side Bs, so I think that he just needs to hit King Jojo a bit more to make him like be afraid and to go into shield so that he can hit him with his side B. He's gonna super armor through that bell. I'm getting a lot of mileage off of that improved recovery. But Jojo does call the roll in and hits him with a forward smash. I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible, but, you know, being double eliminated by the person that wins the tournament is not that bad of a thing, so... Oh, called the roll in. He's in his head now. Down throw to Darkest Lariat. I'm not sure if it's a true combo, but it is very difficult to hit. Jojo thought that he was going to miss his tech, so he went for a jab lock setup, but twice in a row now Baezzz has hit his techs. Probably the next time he goes for that, like up air from the ledge into another attack, well, never mind. I was going to say that he would have used Darkest Lariat, which would have killed. Just gotta watch out for that bell. Almost, if he had directionally air dodged, that would have been the death. Ooh. Darkest Lariat would have been a good option there. But we got the back air, still not dead. He was afraid though and used his double jump. Oh no, he used his directional air dodge, which is nice. Oh, that's definitely gonna kill. Gotta be careful of that. I lost track of the set count. I'm sorry, everybody. That's either 2-1 or that's 3-1, and we got a bracket reset. I think that it's 2-1 though. Jojo won the first match against his DK. He switched to Incineroar and won the next match, and now he just won this match. So it's now 2-1 in King Jojo's favor. And in case they choose Smashville, I might need to actually be on the Discord, because I would have to I would have to shut down this arena and start a Hazards arena. I had closed it on my computer because it was slowing down the stream, but we're going to open it back up in my phone, which still has pretty good battery. Alright, we're running it back, going back to Pokemon Stadium 1. And we've got the King K rule here. So if you are a frequenter of my stream, you'll know that I have no faith whatsoever in King K rule. I think he's actually a pretty bad character. He is definitely a noob slayer, because like he has a lot of tools that are very difficult for beginners to fight against, but I think that all in all, he doesn't have the tools necessary to like be good at all. So we're gonna see here if Baezzz can change my mind. Percents are even, which means the King K rule technically is winning right now, because being a heavy. The water mixed up Baezz's timing. It would have hit him otherwise. He didn't roll in, which is good, because Jojo has been calling that out. Yeah, once again, not Smash 4, can't do that. He tried to use his crown, did not work. Probably should have countered maybe. Probably would have been safer just to like let it rock and just not do anything at all. Maybe throw out a projectile. You know, if you see your opponent charging or doing like a silly move, you don't really have to punish it, especially if you're at kill percent. Sometimes you just don't want to risk that. We got some crazy combos here. Oh man, that's one for the combo reel. Alright, so let's see what Baezzz has to do in order to bring this back. He's down basically 3 stocks to 1. Yep, 3 stocks to 1. One grab would have killed him. Like, he can do grab down smash or grab up smash to kill. And he's almost lapped in percent again. That's gonna be death, right? Alright, so he's should be out of combo range, I think. I don't really know Pac-Man's combos or King K. Rool's weight that well. In that situation, it's usually safe to do regular get up or jump if you're really that afraid, and then you can throw a projectile because he was too far away. Got hit by the key. I actually did not even see him charge it. It was probably when he was way down in the blast zone. You're gonna have to be a little careful about your recovery options or getting off the ledge. Alright, this would be okay, never mind. He had plenty of options available to him. If King K. Rool can bring this back with a grab, like he does a lot of regular get up into shield. He'll probably do it this time as well. Oh, okay, I was wrong, but he would have at least grab teched otherwise. That would have killed. He probably went to fire hydrant there. Alright, technically, this isn't that unwinnable for King K. Rool. He is a heavy. He should live a couple more times that are unexpected. He probably needs to, like, yeah, hit him a couple of times with some combos and not run into smash attacks. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bracket reset. King Jojo beats Baezzz 3-1 in Grand Finals. We now have a bracket reset, and they will do stage strikes from all the starting stages. They'll probably go back to Pokemon Stadium 1 again. I'm not really feeling the run backs, honestly. Like, you should try something different. If you're oh, why did King Jojo leave? Does he not know that we got a round 2? Smashville. He probably chose Smashville. Tournament. It's not over. King Jojo. And they're already chatting about starting set 2 on Pokemon Stadium 1. Honestly, if I were Baezzz, I would probably switch it up. Yeah, if you've lost 3 battles in a row on the same stage, you know, what's the worst that can happen from choosing a different stage? We know that Baezzz has got it in him because he did eliminate King Jojo from the winners finals match, but that was not on stream, so we don't really know what happened there. That was also best of 5. Waiting, 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 waiting. This is quite interesting. Yeah, this is high-level play right here. King Jojo. Who knew? I mean, we've got 2 other sets by him on this channel now. I guess I should put a stream marker here for set 1. I'll probably just do Grand Finals 1 and 2 all together, especially now that Twitch has the ability to string highlights together. But I'll just do it anyway, just so that I don't have, so I know where to skip around to. Yeah, that's what we're all here for. Ramen is good. It's all about learning. Alright, Jojo is back. King Jojo forgot that this was loser side. Alright, so we got the rematch from previously. King Jojo's Pac-Man versus DK. I'm honestly very curious to see how this matchup would have played with the Toon Link. Ooh, he almost got him. I say that since he was kind of vulnerable at that point, DK probably should have gone for an aggressive option. He's fishing for a giant punch. Ooh, that was rough, DI. But it was all a trap. I actually didn't know that was going to still be active, honestly, so that would have gotten me too. So interestingly enough, if you're getting knocked into that, you actually can't you can't phase through it when you're getting hit into it. So Pac-Man got kind of an indirect buff, I'd say. Like, I'm already thinking of things that I would do if I had a Pac-Man on my team as like Kirby or DDD, and what the implications of hitting someone against a fire hydrant over and over again would do. So against Pac-Man, because he floats slower when he's charging his fruit, I would probably advise against using high knockback attacks that that send him up. Instead, I would imagine that he would do cargo throw, down throw, and that would keep him lower so that he was able to hit him. You know what? Actually, yeah, I was expecting that to happen when he started doing that. I don't think he had a double jump, so he couldn't jump out of charging his fruit. So the only option that he had was to either throw the fruit or to air dodge. Now that I'm thinking about another thing that DK can be doing against Pac-Man, yeah, that's good, for example. But when that fire hydrant is down, you can actually keep on down tilting Pac-Man against the fire hydrant, and it should be pretty much an instant stun or forever stun. Go down there and get it. So before I was thinking like maybe he just couldn't react in time, but I think that Baezzz honestly doesn't know that you only get 3 up Bs for Pac-Man's up B. So what you should always do, if Pac-Man is too low to make it back with 2 up Bs, he bounces up once, he bounces up the second time, and then you bounce on it the third time, so that he falls to his death. So just like in the last battle, or in the last set, Baezzz takes game 1. Actually, no, that's not what happened. Baezzz lost game 1 with the DK in the last set, and switched to Incineroar. So this is actually looking really good for Baezzz here. Unless the download is complete on the Incineroar, he still has that for a game. But I would say that with a couple of adjustments to his DK gameplay, this should be plenty doable. Granted, Jojo did die to killing himself, his second stock, and gave up a pretty considerable lead. But at the same time, some of the kills that he got were just from Baezzz not knowing certain things about Pac-Man. So if Baezzz is able to learn while he's actually fighting, then we're going to see a nice comeback story here. Although I guess if they're both in loser's side of grand finals, is it ever really a loser's or a comeback story? That up B is getting some pretty good mileage. What I would like to see is a bit more grabbing, because Jojo likes to stay in shield, and Pac-Man has a terrible throw that's very slow. So if you both grab at the same time, you probably would beat his, or at worst you would just do a grab tech. Go down there. Okay, he didn't have to go down there, but he should have gone down there just in case. And that's why I'm saying that grabs would be a good choice. Jojo's got the combos. That's going to be another death. Go down there. Yep. This is a really unfortunate set for Jojo here. He's killed himself twice in this game 2 situation, but it's still one stock apiece. So as long as Jojo can keep his head in the game and not let these suicides get to his head, then we'll be good here. We want to see some good, clean Smash Ultimate. We don't want to see these SDs. That was probably a good idea to cross him up, go through the shield, even though that gave Pac-Man more punish options. If he stayed on the other side of his shield, he could have gotten hit with a back air, which would have put him in an edge guard situation. Even better though would have been to stay ambiguous, to stay like basically on top of his shield so that Pac-Man wouldn't know which side he was going to end up on. Uh-oh. Oh, he should have done. Oh, well, that actually worked out in his favor. Backwards up throw doesn't actually, or back cargo jump up, back throw doesn't actually kill on the side. So it would have been better just to throw him from center stage. Or even better yet, jump on the middle platform and then throw him backwards. By running all the way to the ledge, he gave Jojo time to wiggle out. So we're now on tournament game. Baezzz is up 2-0 over Jojo. And now we may actually understand why he was able to take it over King Jojo in Winners Finals. This is probably more of what happened in the first set. Maybe Baezzz decided, oh, I have this whole other set to play with. Maybe I'll just play Incineroar and get the download on this Pac-Man, and then clean him up in set 2, which actually is a valuable strategy that a lot of top players do. Unfortunately, you got the Toon Link now, so by now King Jojo should have the download on Baezzz, and unless he used Toon Link during their winners finals match, he's going to have the disadvantage when it comes to understanding patterns about the character. Guys, I just love Ultimate so much. Every time I see someone play a character that I don't really play and they're good at it, like, I always think to myself, like, man, I should play that character. That character's so good. Did you see that? So in Smash 4, Toon Link would have done boomerang, forward air, and that's it. But in Ultimate, he does boomerang, reverse aerial rush, back air, back air. That's crazy. And then he can do neutral air too to finish off the combo. And he could do up B to finish it off again, but like, I don't know, I'm not a fan of using your up B in neutral, or even to combo extend, because if they up B or air dodge through it, then that's it. You can get punished heavily for it. The bomb caught his jump. We're now on tournament stock for King Jojo. He has killed himself 4 times in this set. But if he's able to bring it back, then it'll just speak to his mental fortitude. It's interesting now that Baezzz is actually trying to go for the grab and it's not working because his Toon Link plays differently from his Pac-man. If he had charged his Giant Punch, then that would have been it. I don't think that down air is very good. I think that Jojo would be a much better fighter if he took that out of his vocabulary. That's it. I was wrong. That was not it. Next one is it, though. So he really can't get grabbed another time. He doesn't have max rage now, so maybe he can survive maybe one more. He needs to be mashing. That's actually also a DI mix-up. And Baezzz is your Bad Kitty Discord tournament number 3 victor. After getting reset on 3-1, he brought it back with the DK in set 2 and mopped it up 3-0. Hopefully King Jojo kind of brushes it off. He kind of lost a lot of stocks there to SDs and the like, but maybe for tournament number 4, he'll have his go. Against Baezzz, obviously, because I'm going to actually win the next tournament, but he can at least get his revenge against Baezzz.